Welcome to Homemaking with Mima. My name is Wendy, and we're going to do a little bit more garden prepping today. We're going to put some perlite in our raised beds, and I also have some containers on my deck that I need to get some perlite in. Perlite just kind of helps with the drainage in the soil if you don't use sand. I've used perlite before, and I'm going to use it again. And I'm going to bring you along with me, so let's go do this. Okay, so I'm outside. I put lettuce in these two little plastic garden containers. They do have drainage and they have soil in there. I put some of the perlite in there to kind of lighten up the soil. I didn't have enough of the manure compost to put in here, but these are good. So I'm just going to prep this soil, and then I'm going to go down to the garden and I'm going to put the rest of this in there and finish prepping that, so that when it's time to plant that, then it's going to be all ready. Okay, so I got that all mixed in there. That's all ready to plant. Like I said, I usually just put lettuce in here, and then I don't have to walk all the way to the garden to get some fresh lettuce. And I've been doing this for years. So, and then I also want to show you, I watch Jessica with Three Rivers Homestead, and she uses old milk cartons or juice cartons, water cartons, jugs, I should say, to start her own little tiny greenhouses. And so I did that here. I did it last year. It worked out pretty good. This year's the first year that I'm starting peas and 2 containers of bush beans. I did that yesterday. If you want to see how this is done, I advise that you go to Jessica at the Three Rivers Homestead, and she has a video on how she does all of it. She does a lot more. She does a lot. She has huge gardens, so check out her YouTube channel in regards to her gardening and that. And she has a lot of other good stuff that I love watching her. She's got such a good spirit. All right, now I'm going to go down to the garden. Because this is perlite, it's like little beads of styrofoam. Don't do it on a windy day. Did that once. And today it's a little breezy, so I'm just going to do a little bit at a time so that I don't lose it all. The wind will take it and blow it over to the neighbors. And I'm watching this airplane. I'm not too thrilled. We have yeah, he's flying really low. I don't mind, seeing that people want to learn how to fly and take flying lessons and all that. We have a small airport in another town here that actually they give lessons. And I think that's all great. But it's a little scary. We have had one accident. It wasn't an airplane. It was some other aircraft, that they had an issue with, and he lost his life. But boy, when they fly low, above your house, you just get that scary, ill feeling. I could never live near an airport. Just never, with those big jets. These are just the little planes. Anyway, let me get to this. I have another bag of the perlite, but I did this last year too. But since we ended the manure and the compost, I just wanted to put a little bit more, and I don't want to open the new bag. I'll keep that for another time. So I'm just going to use what I have here. Okay, so I'm gonna water those 2 beds after I just put that perlite in it. I'm also going to water the potato beds. I'm not gonna water them too much because we're supposed to get rain in a couple days here, so I'll just get them moistened up there a little bit because I know we got some good rain coming, and rain is better for them. So I'm gonna put you up here. Okay, so I just lightly watered the 2 beds there just so that what perlite is on the top doesn't blow away because it's styrofoam. And I watered these as well, not for very long. We have rain coming in a couple days, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get the rain. So, but look what I noticed. Something's been digging in here, and it was more than likely a squirrel. So, and you know they're going to dig up those potatoes. So what I was thinking is we're not going to use, as far as I know, we're not going to use these as of right now. These we had on one of the raised gardens, and what we did was when we grew the squash, we would take the viney parts and just kind of throw it up over that fencing there, and it helped keep it off the ground, A, for bugs, and B, so my husband wouldn't hit it with a lawnmower or the weed eater. So we're doing everything different this year. This year, instead of squashing that in this garden, we are going to be doing peas and green beans. So this makeshift trellis here, it's just wood with holes drilled in it and some good rope. We used what we had. We're not going to go out and buy something when we've got all kinds of stuff that we can just use. And it worked good last year, and it worked good the year before. So we're going to put peas alongside here, and then they'll be able to climb. And then on this side, I'm going to do this whole other side with bush beans. We like our green beans. I do have pole beans, but I really enjoyed the peas that we got last year. Just, you know, when you're out here working and you just kind of pull them off and you grab yourself a snack, just like the beans. But we didn't, I only had 1 plant last year, and I want to get more so that we have fresh eating. And this one here, I thought I had carrots. I have to double check my seeds. But I want to do a little bit of carrots. I have some radishes. I have more lettuce. I believe I have parsley. I have kale. I can't remember what else I have. I'll have to look through it all. And then our third bed, that's what we're going to be putting. That's why it's not built just quite yet, because we're going to be putting our squashes and our cabbage in there. And I'll be doing those a little bit later. Right now, if we do it right now, chances for, in our area, when it gets really hot in June and that they're all, you know, nice and they look beautiful, and then some of that heat in July and August, really, yeah. Anyway, it's best for us to just plant ours a little bit later, so we're going to. So when that third garden comes, raised bed like these two, that's what we're going to put in there. Squashes, I believe acorn squash, and we're going to try our hand at cabbages again. I didn't have any luck last year, but we're going to try again. We like cabbage. My husband and I eat it. Really, no one else eats it. But I want to try my hand at cabbage again. And my thing of gardening is I don't get my soil tested. I don't do any of that. I do put compost in there, put manure in there. We put leaves in that on it in the fall. This year, not only am I going to put leaves, we're going to save some cardboard, and we're going to put the cardboard on top, and then we'll find some logs or whatever and put on top of that so the cardboard doesn't blow off. But I had done leaves last year, and we got a big wind in the late fall, and it blew them all off. So, but I just like to use that for a little cover crop, and whatever decomposes goes into the soil, and that's good for your soil. That's all I do for my garden. I don't have anything special that I do. I'm not going to. Um, the newest thing that we did is the potatoes, and I have that video on that, and we're excited for that. We like potatoes. I like to can potatoes. We did the Yukon because Yukon and red potatoes tend to hold up a little bit better during the pressure canning process. And russets, they tend to break apart. But I've done russets too. I've canned whatever I've had on hand. But we got the Yukon, and that's what I plan on doing, is canning a whole bunch. Hopefully we get a good crop of potatoes. We've never done it, and I'm pretty excited. It's like finding a buried treasure. That's what I've seen other people do. All right, so I'm gonna go shut the water off, and so bring you along with me. I'm not gonna pant today. It's a lot nicer, and I've been doing a little bit of walking to help with my knees. Get that shut off, and grab my jacket. I want to thank you for joining me today. Well, I just did a little bit more. Now I am panting. I want to thank you for joining me today while I tended to the garden one more time just before we plant. We can't plant until after Memorial Day, so I'm excited. I want to do it now, but we've learned our lesson in the past. We've gotten frost. In fact, this morning we had frost. So we're going to wait. It isn't going to hurt the potatoes any. They're buried too deep. And then that fencing that we have down there, I don't think I finished telling you. You can see it leaning up against the fence. There's 2 of them. I'm going to have my husband help me tonight, and we're going to put them over the top of those potato raised bins. I don't want to do it myself because I'm afraid I might dent the side, because I know they're not heavy. I just don't want to drop them on there and wreck anything. So I'm going to have him help me to try and keep the pests out of there. More than likely squirrels, because as you can see, we have a wooded area back here, and it's all full of squirrels and frogs and whatever else. Rabbits, turtles. We get turtles that come up. They want to lay eggs. They're just mud turtles. We usually just pick them up, carry them back, and put them back over the fence. So I want to thank you for joining me today. If you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment. Just comment at what you're doing for the garden season, if you garden. If you've never gardened, tell me what you plan on doing. It's okay if you're a new gardener. Not everyone was brought up gardening. I wasn't. I'm a city girl. And can you hear that bird? That, my friends, is an affiliated woodpecker. You know, the ones that look like Woody Woodpecker? And yes, they sound like that. I don't think I can get him on camera because I can't find him in the tree, but he's over there. I heard him earlier, and there's usually a set, a hubby and a wife, that's what I call them. But they'll come in, and they'll even come on our bird feeder. It's empty right now. We have to get some more feed, clean it up. Actually, I think we're getting a new feeder. This one's been there a couple years, and it's seen its better days. They'll eat the suet. They'll come, they'll land, and they'll land on the neighbor's pine trees, and hear them again. I kid you not. If you don't believe me that that's an affiliated woodpecker, you look it up. They're loud. They sound like a jungle bird. Anyway, you folks make it a great day.